welcome you to the Q&A Cafe. Tareq Salahi, Michaele Salahi. Have you thought of becoming Tequila yet? I mean, if you're gonna.
Sounds like a good idea.
Oh, that's great. That's
Could be a name, could be a drink, you know, could be a.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
It's
Pleasure
really good to have you here, and I think I should let the audience in on the fact that yesterday, when you aged me by 5 years as I was trying to reach you, I just happened to go walking down M Street to clear my head out, and there you were sitting in the window of an M Street restaurant. And I was joking with you that you have a sort of Tareq and Michaele unplugged. I liked it.
It was a lot of fun.
We're at Bistro Française, probably one of the best steak tartares. I'm addicted to their steak tartares.
And French fries, I know.
Yeah, and the
That's
French fries,
correct.
yeah.
Well,
Fate we ran into you.
you never know. The Ritz Carlton here, where we are in Georgetown, they may try to one-up their steak tartare.
If they have a steak tartare, I will try that this
before the day is
afternoon.
done. And what I especially liked about yesterday was that I felt that I was seeing you two the way you are together. And I guess I'm hoping that even though you look gorgeous and you're both all got your game faces on, it would be fun to try to be the people we were yesterday, because I thought that that's probably the Tareq and Michaele nobody has met. And
Absolutely.
you know that.
true.
So I wanted to, well, you said you had some news. Let me ask you this. Do you want to reveal this news at the beginning or end?
Yeah, we can do it. You want to do it at the end? Yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah, why don't we
Save
do it
it
at the
for
end?
the end?
It's something fun, and it's,
Then we'll save it
it's
for
part
the
of the
end.
celebration.
Because I've
so
got
we'll-
plenty to start
Okay,
with.
all right.
Okay.
One thing I wanted to find out is, did Bravo give you permission to do this interview?
Yes, absolutely.
They did.
Yeah.
Because, you know, generally they have a rule that the cast members of Real Housewives can't do any interviews.
Well,
It's done prior.
yeah, that's true, and you know, there's some circumstances certainly around Michaele and I that are unusual and different for obvious
say the
reasons.
least.
And also, we just finished hosting the America's Polo Cup, which part of our exchange was, you know, we didn't want to do this until after the Polo Cup, you know, win or lose, because we wanted to talk with you after that was behind us. Because a lot of people, there were a lot of naysayers about the America's Polo Cup, people saying, oh, you didn't have a permit. You know, the media got the whole story wrong, but in fact, it did happen here beautifully on the DC National Mall. And we won 5-4,
Right.
USA. So we wanted to wait to that, and they knew that, and we gave them, you know, heads up that we made this commitment.
You also must have known they were going to be announcing the show.
We're just happy the show's been announced, Carol, and it's such
Well,
a
when
good
did you
feeling.
find out they were going to be announcing the show? I mean, had you known the date for a while?
We shared it with you. When the announcement came, we were very excited.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
but I have a, you know.
No matter when we found out, it's announced and it's a good
Yes,
feeling.
and but Bravo, you've gone a little rogue on them.
We love Bravo.
Yeah, no,
But that doesn't mean you haven't gone a little rogue on them.
How do you feel
sometimes.
so?
Well, I have a feeling, I'm not sure what the dynamic of the relationship is exactly, but let's imagine a marriage where one spouse has more power than the other. And right now, I would expect that Bravo may need you more than you need them.
That's nice to say so, but it's a team. We
Well,
need
you're
each other.
under
we
contract
view
to
it as
them.
a
It's,
team, yeah.
A team.
But I don't see them stopping you from doing what you want to do.
Well, we're happy to be here with you, Carol.
Yeah, we
This is-
are happy to be
We're
here with you.
reaching out to the
and-
community to no better person in the community that's respected than you, so we're happy to be here.
But I wanted to, the Bravo is just one part of this big family you're now part of. The biggest part of that family is NBC. And then NBC owns Bravo. And the actual Real Housewives of Washington DC was shot by yet another company called Half Yard.
That's correct.
And so at some point in time, Half Yard approached you about being in this project. When and how did that happen?
That was in March 2009 is when I became active involved, and
But when you say active involved, what do you mean?
that's when I did my test.
Did
And-
somebody in particular come to you?
Yes, a group of people came to me.
Friends? Professionals?
From going out in the, no, it was Half Yard. And I
Had you
asked-
met anybody there before?
I had no idea what the show was, and at that time, they weren't sharing it. It was just that we were interested in you. We see you always look very stylish, and you're out on the charity scene, and you're well known in DC. So we'd like to see how you are in front of the camera, and we may or may like you for a possibility.
And what did your audition consist of?
Just like sitting here with you now, getting to know me.
Yeah, I mean, we were doing that at the winery, at the house. Like we stopped at the horse barn. Just sort of what we do.
And had you ever watched any of the Real Housewives shows before?
I think everyone, whether you admit it or not, everyone loves one of the shows, and
So-
it's quite a series. I mean, I love it.
It really is an
Yeah.
amazing series.
It's a lot
Had
of fun.
any other cast members been picked when they came to you?
No, actually, I was the first casted, and
And
I
you
also,
suggested some of the other cast to them,
Yes,
right?
that's right.
Which cast members did you suggest?
Linda Erkelich and Mary Amons.
And why did you suggest them?
They're people that I've known. I've known Linda over 15 years, and
Did you think you wanted to game it a little bit and have some friends in the cast?
no, I just thought they would add a good bit to it, to the show. And when I was asked advice, like if you asked me a question, I would just tell you who I thought.
I hope.
Yes, I would.
You've seen that husbands aren't treated particularly well on the show, and you were fine with that?
I didn't see part of that until we had agreed to do it, and when we both signed, then I started watching the show much more to see what we signed up for.
It's a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun.
We hope
It's
you'll
been an
watch.
adventure. I think we knew what we were getting into. That is going to be
Do you really
a lot of adventure.
Do you really think you know? Because the dynamic of the show changed so radically after the White House State Dinner that they were shooting one show before that happened, and then they started shooting another show after that happened. And as you must be aware, they have all the power. I mean, you don't have final edit.
Right.
And you really don't know what you're going to appear like until.
The good thing is we know who we are, and I've always known who I am through life, and that's what carries you through anything that anyone says. You're fat, you're thin, you have a big head, whatever. If you know who you are, you can make it through, Carol.
Well, you've given me a good question. Who do you think you are?
Oh gosh, I'm a hardworking girl. I care about people.
Well, let's go back.
Okay.
Let's go back to Pennsylvania.
Yes.
And
Let's go back even further. I grew up in Florida.
Molly Holt? Molly Holt?
Actually, you know what? It's interesting. Is that your journalistic, you feel I was Molly Holt?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Where did you hear that from?
It's in many stories that are written about you.
I'm anxious to
But
hear.
tell me if it's true or not true.
So,
is that
something you reported, though?
I don't know if I have ever. I don't think I ever have.
It's funny because
I've written about you quite a lot, but I don't think I've ever.
And I've met you
It's
many
been the
times at
craziest
Wolf Trap,
story
at the Wolf Trap
that's been
Ball.
floating
I've
around.
never been to the Wolf Trap Ball.
Oh, I thought you said you saw me
No,
there.
I've never. It's interesting too, and I think it's a point worth discussing, because I never met you before this.
That's what I thought.
And
but
I'm
this-
out and about a lot.
Yeah.
And in another hat, I write a column for a website called New York Social Diary.
Right.
Where I'm supposedly writing about the power players and the scene and what's really going on in
Right.
DC and all of that. I don't take it too seriously, but it's fun. But I've never seen you at anything.
Well, you
I've
mentioned
been
you
to.
thought you would see me at the Wolf Trap Ball the other day when we ran into each other. What ball had we seen each other at, do you think? Because you
can't
said you
think
remembered
of-
me from a ball. Was it the Wolf Trap Ball?
No, I don't think I did remember. But that's
that was
not.
your
We're talking
statement.
about.
So let's go back to Molly Holt.
So was there a Molly Holt? Was she
No,
you?
my nickname has always been Missy through life.
Missy. Okay,
And
Missy.
and-
I had it wrong. Missy Holt.
Right, and
There.
going back through life, Molly was often reported on CNN.
Oh, so that
yeah,
was
so
a
you did have it
malaprop
right.
on my part. Okay.
Yeah, you did have it right.
You
And-
wondered what I knew and when I knew it.
And Missy was a nickname. I don't know if you ever had a nickname, but growing up,
My
I
father called me Letitia Snitlips. So.
Letitia.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I think that tells you an awful lot. Anyway.
So